Hello everyone, my name's Steven, and today I'm going to go over a component I built for Home Assistant that allows your home to have an actual alarm console and a logging component to it. What I mean by that is let's say every hour you want to record a specific device's state, like an energy meter. It will add a new row to a CSV file in your Home Assistant's www folder. And then the alarm console portion of it is built to be like an active console. So like let's say your garage door was open for 10 minutes, an entry will pop up on the card that says, hey, it's been open for 10 minutes. And you can select acknowledge and it goes away. Now, this is pretty cool because you can set different levels of severity for these alarms. The goal of this is I used to work in building engineering. I was a static building engineer, and we used Tracer Summit, and we also used Niagara control systems, and they both function like this. And I'm like, hey, it'd be kind of cool to have this for your home. But I will let you guys be the judge of that. I'm looking forward to some feedback, and I hope you enjoy. So once you're ready, get your Home Assistant open in one tab and my GitHub in the other, and I'll put a link in the description. If you're interested in my other projects, you can always check them out, but for this video, we're going to go to host console, which obviously stands for Home Assistant console. And you'll see here that I got all sorts of stuff. I got release notes, the roadmap, the README. This README is very, very detailed. The change log, and then I got this thing called simple setup, which is just awesome. It's literally how to set it up very quickly. So if you're upgrading from the original project where I had 2 manual cards that you had to keep up with, you need to go ahead and delete those out of your resources and your dashboards. Delete them both out of there. Of course, uninstall the integration by deleting it. And then clear your browser cache. But if you're installing this brand new, everything is now packaged into one nice, neat container. I hated having to keep up with versioning for 2 cards, and I'm sure everybody else would too. Simple setup is literally just that. So what we're going to do is, step 1, of course you have your Home Assistant open, your GitHub open, and step 2. This really should be step 2. We got to create a console.yaml. So let's copy this code, go back to our home, go to Studio Code Server, or file editor, or however you do it. Create a new file here, and call it console.yaml. And just paste this in here for now. What I'm going to do for this example is I'm going to use one of my TP-Link Casa devices for my server, because it's a energy meter. So let me grab that real quick. I'll grab the today sensor, which is sensor.server today. We don't need this no more, so we're going to go here. I'm going to change that to this. And what this is for people who aren't familiar with cron, this is a time pattern. So for the logging, I can tell it to every hour take this reading and print it to a CSV that I'll go over in just a minute. So for people that don't know, let's say you don't know what cron is, go to Google and type in cron job for 1 hour. And crontab.guru is awesome. So, and using this expression will, and we'll even show you here when the next one will be. So right now, 2121, the next one will be at 2200. So copy this. And we will put it in here in between the brackets. I'll call this hourly server usage. And a daily usage for simplicity. Now for my sample alarm, we will do, let's see here. We will do if my garage door has been open for more than 10 minutes. So I will go again to this to open a new tab. And devices and services, and my garage door opener is a Z-Wave device. So we are going to search for it. It's a cover. I'm going to copy that, get out of here, close that, close this, go back to here. And to save time in the video, I've actually already got it, so I'll explain how it works and copy this into here. Let's go open. Now, I have different classes, which I'll go over and later in the video, but it essentially shows like what class the alarm is. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3. Class 1 being the highest, Class 3 being the lowest, but you can also have custom classes too. Category is another optional feature that I like. So it's a security alarm. Class 2, so it's of mid-importance. The alias will be door open for 10 minutes, and that's what will show up in the Excel file whenever the entity cover.garage door has been open for 10 minutes. So we're going to save this. And then now for the fun part. We are going to go back to host console, go back to my GitHub. I'm going to go to releases, and this will be the newest one, which was yesterday, 8/11/2026. And we're going to download this host console zipped file, open folder. And I'm assuming if you're adding a custom integration that you know how to put them in there and you know how to do Samba and all that, so I'm not going to go over adding Samba or anything, but again, there's two cards in this integration, and they're both wrapped into this custom component here. Wrapping them both in the custom component was a pain in the butt. This is why I am also making my first video just now. But what you'll do is you'll cut this. Then you will go here to your Home Assistant configuration, custom components. Then you'll paste it here. Awesome. And I actually just thought about something. I don't want that to be every hour, at least for my example, since I want to show you guys what it would actually look like. So let me actually change my server logging. I'm actually going to change it to every minute. So this will be every minute. It's going to print what the current kilowatt hour is on that device. So now that we have transferred the host console device to custom components, we'll go to settings, and we're going to restart Home Assistant. Once your Home Assistant has restarted, you're going to go to settings, like we just did, devices and services. Add integration, and now you're going to look for host console. And you see that's that file we just created a moment ago. These are files that will be created later, and this is the retention for those files, or max rows per file if you really want to be like serious with it, but that's what these are. I'm going to leave out the defaults for now. Submit. Created host console. And you'll see that there's like nothing else here, because this is purely just a configuration type thing. Everything else is done on the card. Although it's annoying, it's because the way the Home Assistant has it set up to where you register automatic cards. You can't see me doing air quotes, but yes, now that we've installed host console, in order for the registry to acknowledge that there are two like added cards, that way you don't have to go to dashboards and resources, we have to restart Home Assistant one more time. So we're going to restart one more time. So it restarts again. Now you can go to the place where you're actually going to put the card or cards. And now I have two different cards here. One card is like a quick little overview, and one's like very detailed. Let's go to edit, add card. This is my single panel one. And now, again, I have two cards. So we'll go to costs. And I see I have a console and a summary. We'll do the summary one here. And all this is asking for is like the stuff from earlier. So now you can actually choose not to show the logs or alarms. If you really wanted to, if you just want to show one and not the other. I'm going to leave everything default for this demonstration. Hit save. And now you remember earlier we created that log file. Now look at this. Now it's already started marking them. So these were the values at every 1 minute since obviously the integration was installed. Now if my garage door was open for 10 minutes, we'd have an alarm here that we can acknowledge. And just manually open my garage door, and I'm gonna leave it open, that way you guys can see what it does. That way we can go over the logging in the alarm portion of this. Now you're wondering maybe where those files are saved. They're saved exactly where you chose when you first created the integration. So the default is the www/host console, and now you'll see that now I have an alarms here. I have the logs here, and these are actual CSV files. You can open them up in Excel, and I'll show you that now. So if I was to go here, and I was going to go to Samba, now it's to navigate to it. So host config, www, host console, logs, and of course I accidentally opened it. But let me open with. You'll see that here it is. There's that note. It's the daily kill, even though that note's obviously wrong because it was default. There's the timestamp category if I had one, the actual entity, and then the value in the note. So I'm gonna close out of this now. I'm actually gonna go ahead and see it's gonna keep adding them. So I'm actually gonna go back to my console.yaml. I'm actually gonna comment this out now so I don't keep getting all these things added. So things to change the configuration again. Oh, cool. There we go. Now we have an alarm here, as you can see. So if you want to acknowledge it, you select acknowledge, and now it's gone, but it's still in that CSV file. So it works just like the Niagara controller, the commercial control system. Now, if you don't want the, I mean, of course, you still want this on your own little tab, but now if you have like a home page like I do, and you want like to add like another, like a smaller card, go here, and we'll look for that host again. The summary card. Now this one just gives you an overview of the alarms based on what's critical, not critical, or minor. Save. And then now, let me do this. And now you can have it at the very, very tippy top of your main homepage or whatever. And there's so much more in here. I just didn't want to overwhelm everybody with the first real video for it, but I'm really looking forward to getting some input from everybody and some ideas to make this better. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.